Welcome to the Profitpreneur Power Play podcast, your daily dose of strategies, insights, and action steps to grow your business and build your freedom. It's time to stop playing small and start making power plays.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy Monday. Oh, very excited today. I'm just going to jump right in it. All right. So here's the thing. Sometimes success doesn't come from pushing harder. It comes from flowing smarter. And today's guest knows exactly what that means. Okay. So we want to definitely make sure that as we're building our businesses, that yes, people can hear us, people can see us, but there are so many more elements to this and so many more nuances. And I cannot wait for today's guest to share those things with us. And she is Kim Ward. She's recognized by MSN as one of the top 10 influential entrepreneurs of 2025. She is a 4-time best-selling author. She's a podcast host. She is the Pinterest queen. If I ever have a question about Pinterest, she is the first person I think of. And she's also a businesswoman who has built her success so strong that she was able to even retire her husband. So that is absolutely amazing. Can't wait to bring her out. Let's discuss our topic today. Hey, Kim.
Can I just say, I just love you. Like, even if I wanted to rebut or argue with you, you're so matter of fact that you're like, there's more to it. Okay. And it's like, yes, ma'am. Yes, there is. Let's go.
Oh gosh. Yeah. I can't wait. I got my little notepad and my stylus pen. I'm ready to go.
Awesome. Well, you're a type A. I'm a type A. We're both super red and competitive, and not everybody is. So I wanted to bring out a different side today.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I definitely need to take notes. All right, I'm out of here. You can take it away.
See you soon. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Profitpreneur, where we build profitable, peaceful, and purpose-led businesses that actually support the life you want to live. As Val said, I am Kim Ward, a digital marketing strategist and Pinterest nerd. And today, we're going somewhere good because I want to talk to you about something I wish someone said to me a decade ago. You do not have to be loud to be powerful. And if you know me, that is like counterintuitive. I've always had really high energy coming up from, a very dysfunctional childhood. At the age of 8, I started cooking and cleaning and raising my mama's babies, right? So I had to learn to fight for what I needed and wanted. And that followed me through the corporate career and then into the online space where sometimes that power, the ego, the chip on the shoulder is a turnoff. And so I'm here to share a different side today. And that is, you don't have to shout to be heard. You don't have to be on all the time to be influential. You do not have to overshare, overpost, or overprove to matter. So let me say that again for the people in the back, because quiet power is still power. But in the online space, especially entrepreneurship, there is this like unspoken expectation, right? That success looks like constant visibility, big motivational energy, dancing on rails vibe. That's not me. I'm a super white girl. Like I can't dance at all. This extrovert level social stamina. As a matter of fact, I was working with my current business coach. This was a few months ago. We're on a Zoom in this little group environment. And he's like, Kim, who do you help? And I'm starting to like display this introverted, and he starts laughing. I mean, he straight up laughed in the middle of the room. And I'm thinking, what's so funny? And he literally leans in, he looks at me, he goes, Kim, you think you're an introvert? I was like, Yes, I do. I have very big energy. And so that doesn't mean I'm an extrovert. I'm actually a major, major introvert. And it was so funny just to see how other people perceive that big energy, right? Like if you're not showing your face 3 times a day and yelling your goals from your Instagram story, are you even trying? But here's what I know from experience and from coaching hundreds of entrepreneurs. A lot of successful people are actually quiet leaders. They think deeply, they move intentionally, and they show up with presence, not volume, and it works. But let's clear something up, because being quiet does not mean being small. Being thoughtful does not mean being weak. And being introverted does not mean being invisible. Val mentioned I am a 4-time best-selling author. I've also produced another 3 books that are also all 3 #1 best-selling books. I wasn't an author in them. I was the producer. And this past weekend, I had the absolute honor of watching my 10-year-old daughter. We had a Christmas bazaar at our church. I'm a co-chair for, and my daughter's like, "Can I have a table to sell my books?" She wrote a book at the age of 10. She released this book, and the same day it was released on Amazon, it went to #1, and it was a bestseller in 3 different categories. And I watched this 10-year-old who is a major, major introvert. I'm not kidding. She's a massive introvert. And I sat back at a table away from hers, and I watched from a distance in complete awe this weekend. That girl held her own. She was by herself having conversations with adults, telling them what about and what the inspiration was. And I'm not saying any of this to put anyone down, but I have seen some of my own authors and co-authors do book signings and get out into the world and not do as much as my 10-year-old did this weekend in terms of putting themselves out there. And she sold 16 books at this one event. And I was like, "You go, girl." Someone walked up to me and they said, "Hey, that's your daughter, right?" And I said, "Yeah, she is." And he goes, "I want you to know she's a gem. I had the most intellectual conversation with that girl. She's going places, and I want her second book." And that's the level of conversation I had. And that is how I was reminded being introvert does not mean being invisible. Some of the strongest, most magnetic leaders, they walk into a room and they don't need to say a word. You feel them. And that's the proud mama bear that I was this weekend, watching her do her thing, remembering you don't have to be loud. You don't have to be a type A or a red personality to bulldoze everyone and get in front of. You have your superpower. Presence is greater than performance every single time. So let's talk about what this looks like practically, especially in how you're marketing yourself, because instead of trying to be the loudest voice in the room, you become the clearest. You choose impact over volume, intention over noise. I'm telling you, your content doesn't have to shout. It simply has to connect, because here's the secret. People don't buy from the loudest person. I literally saw that this weekend. I watched all the vendors. They were so skilled. They were so magical. And I believe not one person other than my introverted 10-year-old had sold 16 items. They buy from the person who makes them feel understood. Write that down. Put it on a sticky note. Your empathy is a business asset. Your softness is not a liability. Your depth is magnetic. I know there's a cliche, like an old saying of like, don't mistake my kindness for weakness. That's what we're talking about. So let's talk about how to sell softly, because I want to give you 3 ways to lead with your quiet confidence. Number 1, speak to one singular person, not the whole audience. I had to learn this lesson the hard way in 2019 on a reality show, getting spanked. I did make it to the 3rd global finalist, but it wasn't easy. And one of the things that I worked with the director, the producer of the show, is most people come out and speak to the, hey, everyone, hey, everybody. You have to hone in and speak to the one singular person. You're not addressing thousands. You're talking to that person, the one who needs what you carry. When you speak intimately, people lean in. So speak to the one, not to the masses. And that one person is going to feel the connection. Rapport will build very quickly. And they're going to sit there thinking, wow, this person understands me. This person gets me. And when you feel understood, you're going to move. And you're going to move in the direction with that person, because if they understand you, they can help you fix the problems or reach the desires and goals that you have. Cool? Number 2, say one meaningful thing instead of 20 rushed things. See, clarity converts. Silence with purpose is more persuasive than clutter, than chatter. And I've been learning this in my reels, in my short video content recently. I don't have to, if I'm looking to create a less than 60-second video, I don't have to cram as many things as I can in that 60 seconds. I just need one thing. One. Number 3, let your results, your consistency, and presence be your loud. Like I said, quiet leaders are steady, consistent, grounded, and that is deeply trustworthy. So let's talk heart to heart, because if you have felt overwhelmed by online noise, I would be lying if I didn't say I haven't. I mean it. AI is moving so quickly, and you can sit there and feel like, man, there's so much out there. Am I still relevant? I feel like a dinosaur. Am I? That's the online noise that I'm talking about. If you have felt exhausted by constant visibility pressure, 3 reels a day, get out there and put a YouTube video every day, right? If you felt like you're not enough because you're not bubbly and high energy and always on, pause right there, because you're not the problem. The model was just never built for you. You don't need to become louder. You need strategies that support your natural wiring. Pinterest, as Val mentioned, email, podcasting, long form, thoughtful content. That's where the quiet leaders win. Platforms where your work compounds while you rest. Platforms where energy and authenticity matter more than hype and performance. And platforms where your voice is remembered because it's rooted, not rushed. Recently, I personally started a new strategy because I was feeling all of this. And I realized how YouTube and blogging and Pinterest and podcasting and email, it's all flowing together, right? So I started to create with just this language I'm talking to you with today: intentionality, being rooted, moving with authority, and just creating like 10-minute-ish YouTube videos that I can elaborate on in my blog. And then I will embed that YouTube video into my blog. And then Pinterest, I'm pinning those blog articles. And so every piece of that strategy is working for me while I'm doing what I do. And this is your permission slip. Lead how you naturally lead, in softness, in steadiness, in depth, in warmth, in your authenticity. Because let me tell you right now, and I know you know this, the world does not need more noise. It does need more you. So if today's conversation landed, I would love to hear your biggest takeaway. Tag me, comment here, wherever you're seeing this video. And if you're craving a community of entrepreneurs who value peace, purpose, and profit, not hustle, stay tuned because Val will tell you more about that. But thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for your presence. And thank you for being a leader that the world actually needs.
Awesome, Kim. I absolutely love this.
Oh, so good.
There's so much to take away from this, including the fact that I could totally relate to, at one point, almost thinking I was an introvert. Simply, I'm not, but simply because, we need those times to just have quiet. Yeah. And we need those times to just be able to recharge, regroup. A lot of times I am drained after social encounters.
Yep.
So yeah, that was, and it's really hit home, especially lately with working on business and just staying very quiet, very under the radar at times while I'm doing that. And I love the fact that you said, hold on, get my notes back out. That you don't have to be the loudest voice. You need to be the clearest voice. Brilliant. That is so true, because it's just more and more and more noise and static, and just there's content everywhere all the time. I remember back when we got excited that the news was going to be on 24/7, or TV in general was going to be on 24/7. Yes. I remember when it wasn't, and it's okay, TV off, white noise, that's it. So that is really important to remember, especially when you're someone who is typically on the quieter side, more introverted, the fact that it's okay. You do not have to be the loudest. And even with me, although I am loud, I can be loud. The focus really has been on the clarity. And when you said that, it finally clicked. That's what's been the success factor. It hasn't been how loud or how often I'm out there. It's really just being very crystal clear, as to who you are, what your values are, so that people can align with that and connect with that, and that resonates with them. That is so important to do. Yeah, I loved it. I love it.
Thank you. They say we learn in reflection, not in the moment. So when you were talking about that, I was hearing, we need more cowbells. No, we don't.
Right. Yeah. And you guys, listen, what is really great about this is that you have access to Kim inside of this community. So there's always some great nuggets that she's dropping. There's always some insights that she has. There's always encouragement that she's giving. And as a matter of fact, if you were to come in and check out the membership right now. We have a 14-day trial, and Kim's link is right there. Like, do not hesitate to connect with her. If you got questions, ask. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because at the end of the day, what's important to the leaders here inside of Profitpreneur is that you are getting the clarity that you need to be clear for your audience, that you are feeling empowered, you're feeling confident enough to get out there and do what you need to do to build your business. We're not about, short-term quick fixes. We're about long-term sustainable results, profitability that helps you actually live, helps you pay your bills, helps you be able to save, helps you be able to pay down debt. So we don't do little, $2 commissions here and there. We're really focused on helping you to have the kind of lifestyle that you want, big or small. Okay. So make sure you check us out. And again, thank you, Kim. And thank you, viewers, so much for hanging with us. We so appreciate you. All right. Make sure that you meet us back here again, same time, same channel tomorrow. Take care.